Muy buenos todos, chicos, chicas, reyes, reinas, bienvenidos al canal. Hoy continuamos con la misión de Arconte, la 5.1. En el episodio anterior pues lo pasamos muy mal con el tema de los audios, porque ya sabéis que los actores de voz de inglés, del doblaje en inglés, están de huelga, y hay algunos personajes que no tienen voz. Entonces me he descargado el audio latino, sí. Me he descargado el audio japonés, ¿vale? Pero de momento no lo vamos a usar porque los personajes que están apareciendo de momento tienen voz, ¿vale? Y ya os dije que mientras yo pueda grabar con mi voz, lo vamos a jugar en inglés, ¿vale? Pero los días que yo no pueda grabar con mi voz, es decir, los episodios estén sin comentar, pues jugaremos con el audio en japonés por si acaso, para que no haya texto sin voz, ¿sabéis? Espero que Chaska y Mabuika tengan voz, tío. Porque si no, si Chaska y Mabuika no tienen voz, cambio el japonés. Que ya va a ser una tortura. Va a ser una tortura si no. Citlalí tiene voz, pero igual.
This is the spot. An eyewitness claimed to have seen Ororon speaking to some Fatui soldiers here. I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Ororon really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with the Fatui. I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him.
Bueno, os hago un
Or
pequeño
perhaps
resumen.
trying to extract information.
Ayer con Xilonen y Citlalí nos juntamos y Xilonen va a ir a buscar como unos materiales y nosotros con Citlalí vamos a ir a buscar a Ororon, que Ororon se juntó con los Fatui y ayudó a escapar a Capitano.
However, I doubt anyone would believe me, given there are no signs of a fight.
Didn't Kinich say that she's a big name in Natlan? Feels kinda weird to see her so frustrated and helpless like this.
¿Podrías hablarnos un poco más de él?
Ororon? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant, and the people of the tribe took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in raising him. He learned a lot from us, and once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising aphids, living off of what he harvests from the garden. He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friends to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place.
Visto así, es verdad que no parece nada persona.
Oh well, let's keep looking.
Ojo, me
He
acabo de
can
cuenta, es
answer
crío.
all of our questions once we find him.
O sea, yo esto más o menos lo sabía, pero no lo habían confirmado. Pero Citlalí es crío, sí.
He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special type of phlogiston. We can use that substance to track his movements. Let's follow the phlogiston trail.
Huh? What trail? Paimon doesn't see anything.
Oh, right. I forgot your eyes don't naturally perceive such things.
Ahora, faltando ya.
Here, give me your hand.
No para de faltar esta chica, todo el rato. Llega tarde, nos insulta, no sé qué, no sé cuánto. Un poco borde. Ojo. Para que podamos ver el rastro esto, ¿no? Vale.
How about now?
Fatal. No
What do
siento
you
nada.
see?
Sí. De repente veo un rastro.
Whoa,
Paimon no da,
Paimon can see it now
así.
too.
That's
Es que la voz en
right.
japonés de
I
Paimon,
used a
tío,
spell to
déjanos.
temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to
No,
you.
tío.
For a short while, you'll be able to see the phlogiston too.
Wow, you can even share your senses with us? First time Paimon's heard anything like that.
It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at. But don't worry, it's a cinch for me. Between the two of you, it seems the traveler's senses are a bit stronger than Paimon's.
Toma. A chuparla, crack.
When I held your hand just now, I could sense that you've got a great affinity for phlogiston. You're extraordinarily gifted. Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down Ororon. Good luck, you two.
Aún no nos han dado al viajero Piro.
Over here, this way!
Y no sé si nos lo
Xilonen
van a dar
might say a
dentro de
lot
poco
of
ahora.
deep and confusing stuff, but this spell of hers is really
No sé si
something.
nos van a dar al viajero Piro dentro de poco o todavía quedan versiones.
What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old hag who's as fluent in the language of the youth as me? Is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns. But given the looks on their faces just now...
Porque nos pone interrogatorio si es Citlalí.
Or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be, right? Ugh. Don't tell me they're still getting the impression that I'm super old-fashioned.
¿Qué pasa? Es que no sé por qué nos ponen interrogatorios si sabemos que es Citlalí. Creo que acabo de escuchar una voz. Pero espera, ¿no ha sido por los oídos? ¿Ha sido en mi mente?
Was that Citlalí's voice?
Ah, o sea que estamos escuchando sus pensamientos. Parece que Paimon también lo escuchó, pero tiene una cara de haber caído en la cuenta de algo. Claro, debe haber sido el efecto secundario del hechizo.
Now that I think about it, it's a good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help of friends.
Creo que estaría bien decirlo, ¿no? ¿Se está comunicando por medio de sus pensamientos? ¡Wow! Es genial. Desde luego la fama de Citlalí le precede. Deberían decirse, ¿no? Que estamos con sus pensamientos.
They appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly.
Así es, nosotros lo conseguiremos. Bueno, nos lo vamos a callar un rato, ¿no? Por lo que veo. Vale.
Hey, looks like there's a new camp over there.
Ojo. Vale.
Yeah, judging by Paimon's experience as a guide, it definitely looks like people set up camp here.
Wait. The phlogiston here is a bit odd.
¿Te imaginas que nos encontramos de cara con un capitano? No creo, no.
Let me see.
Estaría muy guapo. Pero no creo.
Paimon sees a small shape here. Could it be some sort of symbol?
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind. Only someone from our tribe would recognize it. So Ororon was indeed being threatened.
Vaya.
We've got to find him. Fast. Leaving such a subtle mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words, he was probably under the Fatui's watch. If they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death. But what if my darling grandson is also there? I can't have him caught in the crossfire. No, I've got to be careful. Otherwise he'd get hit as well. How annoying. No, I've got to stay calm and keep my composure.
Madre mía. O sea, ¿Ororon es su nieto o no lo... o se refería a otro a lo mejor? Yo creo que no, yo creo que se refiere a Ororon. Porque más no conocemos de ella. Y dice que, a ver, me imagino que al haberlo criado, pues me imagino que lo considera como un nieto, ¿eh? Joder, o sea que el capitán tiene amenazado al chico.
There are traces of people staying here too.
A lo mejor le tiene algo, que él quiere, o sea, lo típico, ¿no? Que tiene amenazado a alguien y Ororon tiene que hacerlo para que no lo mate.
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is jumbled up. I can also smell a mix of elements in the air. Pyro, electro, and some other elements as well.
Kinich told us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense so many more things than us.
¿Creéis que Capitano será jefe semanal? Estaría guapo.
It's about time that little brat said something nice about me. There are signs of a struggle here.
Me parece un poco feo que estemos escuchando sus pensamientos y no le digamos nada, ¿sabes?
Judging from what's left on the scene, there must have been a fight. But after that, the factions seem to have gone their separate ways. Both the phlogiston and the elemental traces in the air support that.
Parece que Ororon se resistió.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking, what if Ororon wanted to leave another distress signal, but was caught by the Fatui?
Citlalí parece preocupada. Lo cierto es que a juzgar por la señal de socorro, por algún motivo alguien debió de coaccionar a Ororon. Y viendo la diferencia numérica, dudo mucho que él hubiera podido contra ellos.
Given there are two signals leading from here, we should split up as well.
Vale. Pues cada uno por un lado.
I'll take this direction, and leave the other one to you. Let's meet up again later.
Ahora, nos da el más peligroso. Seguro.
Ororon, what the heck were you doing? It's one thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well. Ah, you little brat.
And off she goes.
Seguiremos escuchando sus pensamientos y está todo por culo.
Traveler, did you hear all of that as well?
Sí, lo escucha.
Once Citlalí left, that voice went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no response.
¿Será que no sirve para comunicarse, no?
So you were thinking the same thing. Paimon also thought that if we could hear what she was thinking, then she could probably also hear what we were thinking in our heads.
Parece que Citlalí no notó nada.
She did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. Huh, maybe we're a special case and can hear her thoughts as a side effect. If you think about it, she's really got a lively inner world. It paints quite a different picture from Paimon's first impression of her.
Vale. Pues yo voy a dejar por aquí, ¿vale? Porque el episodio anterior duró mucho y este pues un poquito más corto, ¿no? Así balanceo un poco. Así que nada, espero que os haya gustado, ¿vale? Mañana pues buscaremos a Ororon, que según Citlalí es buena gente. Yo tengo mis dudas. Pero bueno, espero que os haya gustado, que lo hayáis disfrutado y gracias por ver. Adiós.